Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com and GravesideEntertainment.com, and this is another episode of Vita Thunderdome, where I take two games for the PlayStation Vita that I feel are either similar or maybe they're in a similar or the same genre, and I throw them in an arena and I tell you a little bit about each, and then I'll tell you which one I like the best. It doesn't mean by any means that both games are bad or one game's bad or they're both good. Just which one I prefer, really. It's just a personal preference. So today we're going to do Ragnarok Odyssey and Soul Sacrifice. Now this one was really tough for me because this is actually a redo video, because I initially chose, well, let me put that at the end so I don't spoil it. So you watch the whole video. So Ragnarok Odyssey and Soul Sacrifice are sort of similar in terms of being kind of like Monster Hunter or Phantasy Star Online. You go out on quests and you usually run through a bunch of creatures and then beat a boss. The difference is Soul Sacrifice is very dark looking and the graphics are very nice. It looks kind of like Dark Souls, if you've seen that on the 360 and PS3, where Ragnarok looks like a cartoon, which is also very nice if you like that style. It looks like anime kind of come to life. With Ragnarok, you actually don't gain levels. You gain items that you can create new weapons from, and you also get these cards, and you put the cards on your person's armor, and the cards have different skills and abilities or buffs, and you then make your character stronger that way. Soul Sacrifice, you have you don't really have levels. You have a life, which is like for saving, and a sacrifice bar, which is like your magic. And after you kill a creature, you hold down either R to sacrifice it or L to save it, and you gain levels in either the sacrifice column or the so it's really the magic column or the life column. And then the higher that goes, the more life you have, and the higher the other one goes, the stronger your attacks are. So that's how you gain abilities and things. You also get, every time you beat a level, you get different spells you can use. I found the spells to be a little cumbersome at first, to where you want to just attack really quick and get like a move off. You push a button and then instead it opens up like another mini menu with more spells within that spell. So I had gotten used to that now, but initially I found it to be kind of cumbersome. The other thing about Soul Sacrifice is it's pretty much, the story is better in my opinion than Ragnarok. Ragnarok, there's not really much voice. It's all pretty much text-based, and you're just talking to these guild members and they're sending you on random quests. Soul Sacrifice, you're a prisoner and you're stuck in this prison or cage, and you're going back in time and watching or playing through other people's memories, which then eventually comes back to you, and you're now gaining this this intelligence, so to speak, and these spells and this strength from going back into these memories in this book to try and kill your captor, who I think his name is like Marigus or it's not Magus, it's something like that. So that's pretty interesting. I find it's still kind of vague, but it's definitely more interesting than Ragnarok Odyssey's story. The thing I like better about Ragnarok Odyssey is it's a little quicker in terms of attacking. Like I said, there's mini menus in Soul Sacrifice, sort of, depending on whatever spell you pick. But the spell selection is really cool, and they're both about the same in terms of like your armor and stuff. There's not really much to choose from just yet. What else? In Ragnarok, you're able to have this little hub base. So it kind of reminds me of like Diablo or like Dynasty Warriors Strike Force, more like Phantasy Star Online. You can walk around this hub and buy items and buy things and stuff like that, expand your armor to fit more cards. So far for me, I think on like chapter 2 or something of Soul Sacrifice. There's nothing like that. There's a peddler that you can go to and claim and send out gifts on Nier, which I really like, which you can also send out and receive gifts on Nier with Ragnarok as well. But the reason I had to reshoot this video is because I played the demo initially of Soul Sacrifice, and like I said, I didn't like the cumbersomeness of the spells, and I didn't like that it was just more arena based and it wasn't like a little hub the way they had in Ragnarok. And I initially chose Ragnarok. I think I gave Ragnarok about an 8, and I gave Soul Sacrifice about a 7.5. I'm gonna flip that around now. After playing Soul Sacrifice for a few hours today and last night, I'm finding that the action doesn't feel as repetitive, especially because you're gaining new spells all the time, and you really have to be strategic. You can't just run in and try and like hit a button to kill something really quickly and then move on. You really have to dodge and duck around, and then there's things around that you can see with this like magic sight. I forget what it's called, and you can recover your spells. You can recover health. You can pick up items off the floor. You can magically pull like weapons out of things or shields. So there's definitely more strategy to it, a little slower pace in that regard, but it's really pretty game. I noticed some of the flooring doesn't look very nice in terms of the like pixels, but the graphics all around are very nice. I like them better than Ragnarok. The sound is pretty cool. The story is more interesting, and to me, the most important part is the gameplay and the fighting is there more so than it is in Ragnarok. But they're both very good games. If you like that Phantasy Star Monster Hunter type gameplay, I think you would enjoy both. Just depends on if you want more whimsical or darker. But they're both very good. But this match is going to flip around now that this is the second video and go to Soul Sacrifice. So thank you guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com and GravesideEntertainment.com. Be good.